Hello, everyone. A very good evening to everyone present over here. I can see people have already joined us over here. Hi, Ashok. Hi, Ramchandra. Hello, everyone. ऑडियंस से रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज़ हाई मैसेज ड्रॉप करते रहिए ताकि हमें पता रहे कि हम क्लियरली ऑडिबल एंड विजिबल है। आज का वेबिनार काफ़ी स्पेशल होने वाला है क्योंकि जैसा कि आप सब जानते हैं बजट अराउंड द कॉर्नर है एंड उसी के ऊपर हम आपके लिए आज ये वेबिनार लेके आए हैं। Hello, everyone. We'll wait for a few more minutes and then we can start with the session. Hello, everyone. Hi, a very good evening. Yes, so I guess we can start with our session. So once again, hello everyone, a very good evening to everyone present over here. I am Akanksha Kumawat and I welcome you all to this another webinar by Indiabulls Securities. तो जैसा कि हमारे रेगुलर ऑडियंस ऑलरेडी जानते हैं कि हम ये वेबिनार जो है हर मंडे को लेके आते हैं जिसमें हम जनरल मार्केट रिलेटेड टॉपिक के ऊपर बात करते हैं, निफ्टी की एक्सपायरी पे बात करते हैं, ऑप्शन स्ट्रैटेजीज के बारे में बात करते हैं या अगर कोई मेन इवेंट आ रहा है अराउंड द कॉर्नर तो हम उसके ऊपर भी बात करते हैं। तो उसी वेबिनार सीरीज को कंटिन्यू करते हुए आज हम आप सभी लोगों के लिए लेके आए हैं एक और इम्पोर्टेंट वेबिनार जिसमें हम बात करेंगे अबाउट अपकमिंग यूनियन बजट 2026 एंड हाउ शुड वन प्रिपेयर फॉर बजट डे वोलेटिलिटी। तो सबसे पहले मैं हमारे ऑडियंस को ये बता दूं कि यूनियन बजट 2026 1 फरवरी को प्रेजेंट किया जाएगा। उस दिन संडे है और मार्केट भी उस दिन ओपन रहेगा। सो कमिंग बैक टू आर टॉपिक ऑफ द वेबिनार, तो जैसे जैसे बजट डे पास आता है मार्केट में वोलेटिलिटी का लेवल भी काफ़ी हाई हो जाता है। तो ऐसे टाइम पे आप खुद को कैसे प्रिपेयर करें, रिस्क को कैसे मैनेज करें और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करें, ये सब आज हम इस डिटेल प्रेजेंटेशन में वेबिनार में देखेंगे। तो इसी कॉन्सेप्ट को ब्रेक डाउन करने के लिए आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं मिस्टर राजेश श्रीवास्तव, हु इज़ अ फाउंडर ऑफ QuantLab एंड हैज़ मोर देन 2 decades of experience in the markets. And along with him, we have Abhishek Jain, who is a product manager at Indiabulls Securities. So, hi, sir. Hi, Abhishek. A very good evening. I hope you both are. Hi, sir.
Yeah.
So you are on mute.
Hello, everyone, and hello.
Yes. Hi, sir. Now you're audible.
Yeah. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, I'm good.
यस सो सबसे पहले बेसिक लेवल से समझते हैं कि यूनियन बजट के अराउंड मार्केट कैसे बिहेव करता है, इतना वॉलेटाइल क्यों हो जाता है और क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज ट्रेडर्स को यूजुअली अप्लाई करना चाहिए ऐसे टाइम पे।
Okay. So if I have to give a very short answer, the volatility will be on steroids that day. Okay. स्ट्रैटेजी पे आएंगे पर थोड़ा बजट डे एज अ होल थोड़ा समझते हैं. See, it is not a normal expiry. Like we come here, we often speak about expiry day. We often speak about event day also. Sometimes there are RBI meetings. Sometimes there are result declarations. So there are events, but then budget is not any of those. Okay, these are policy driven uncertainty. A policy can make or kill the whole sector. So direction is really unpredictable. All we can predict is or we can guarantee. Typically I don't guarantee in trading and all, but then I can guarantee is the volatility. Okay, so direction is an optional subject for budget day. Volatility is mandatory subject for budget day. Okay, so aate hain what happened actually in run up to the budget. Like we have started discussing now, we have one more week, right, Abhishek? We have one more week, right, Abhishek?
That's right.
Yeah.
We do have.
So what happened? So see, this is week, and this time it's on Sunday. So we will trade all the way till Friday, and then take a day break, and then Sunday we'll resume. But typically, what is seeing, the IV starts rising just about 3 to 5 days before the budget. So it difficult, not difficult, rather way, often become expensive. Okay, and then this is the pattern. Nothing much you see in run up to the budget day or budget speech time. Even market opens at 9:15, the budget speech starts at like 10:30 or 10 o'clock something. Market remains calm or trade the news it received overnight or trade the normal setup. But then the minutes the speech starts, finance minister speech starts, then the algos are there. I mean, HFT's algos are built to bring in solid spikes or maybe giving a fake breakout feel, and that is common. I mean, fake breakout is common. uh, See, there is a word, okay, I've been using on our this show quite often, follow through. Like, see, अभी क्या हो रहा है, एक दिन मार्केट ब्रेकडाउन हो जा रहा है 200 पॉइंट, अगला दिन फॉलो थ्रू नहीं मिल रहा, ग्रीन क्लोज हो जा रहा है. So it is difficult for us to get the continuation of the trend, right? Now we will have that thing in that speech duration. See, currently we're talking about day to day follow through. There, even 5 minutes will not get the follow through. 5 minutes we're getting like 200-point jump on the Nifty, 500-point jump on the Bank Nifty, and then next 5 minute candle is no follow through onto that. So that candle will be very wide, but then follow through we will lack. I mean, every candle have a different direction. So there is no follow through. So what it makes them difficult to trade the direction. Okay. Uh, so all this happens during the budget time. You know, see, one thing is there. Nifty is little more weighted with IT and tech. Sensex is more spread, so the volatility might be seen more on the Sensex than Nifty. Of course, Nifty is always on the steroids because that's where everybody chips in with a lot of derivative products, right? But then now Sensex is equally into the game, and they have more spread in terms of industries like banking, IT are more spread. So more um, product I can see feel there. But then what happened? Speech gets over. It's dependable. FM is speaking an hour or two, or I mean, there's no guarantee what is the duration. But one thing we have seen, directional clarity comes um, next day, right? Or maybe late second half by 2:33. So what we are chasing or dealing with the problem during the budget is the follow through is not there. Directional comes about 2:30, but then 2:30 the problem starts with the IV crashing. So I mean that's a good thing for option trader who are prepared, informed, so they can create a strategy for that IV crash. But then if you are an option buyer, by the time you get see देखो option buyer को पैसा कैसे आता है, उसको आता है एक clean directional move से. Okay, and by the time you get the direction, the IV crashed. So, I mean, though Saturday there is a holiday, whatever IV we expect to crash over, sorry, theta we expect to crash over the weekend, that will not happen because early morning is the high volatility event. और तो वो आईवी क्रैश नहीं हो रहा, बट वो सब इकट्ठे एक साथ में 2-2:30 बजे के बाद आता है. So now we are talking about two things. One, directional clarity comes little late, and by the time the directional clarity comes, the IV crash happen. So now, if you are a buyer, आपका काम तो हो गया, डायरेक्शन मिल गया, यू कैन पिक अप अ साइड, कॉल और पुट. बट देन देखो आप यू आर डीलिंग विद अ बिग प्रॉब्लम, आईवी क्रैश का. तो अभी ये तो एक एक बात है. अभी बायर के लिए ऑफ कोर्स द चैलेंज इज इक्वली फॉर सेलर, बट देन व्हाट आई हैव सीन फॉर बायर, वन इज बाइंग नेकेड कॉल पुट पोजीशन or sometime oversizing position, and and expecting hope is that dangerous thing for us. Hope is that clean direction during the budget. Okay, so we don't get it. Everything comes together at 2:30, and one more thing I've seen in the trader, when there is a high volatility drama, they don't have exit logic. अरे ठीक है, अभी तो वो 5 मिनट ऊपर गया, 5 मिनट नीचे आया, अगला 5 मिनट ऊपर चला जाएगा यार. नहीं, वो नीचे आया तो तुम्हारा एग्जिट लॉजिक शुड बी इन प्लेस, है ना? सो इफ यू आर ट्रेडिंग, you have exit logic to be in the place. Now I've been always talking about expiry day. It's about patience. It reward patience and not predictions. Now I'll tell you what, budget day reward preparations, again not predictions. So if you remember 2-3 days back, I remember one of our viewer has pinged me on WhatsApp, sir. I was watching you on the YouTube, and then you said expiry reward patience, then predictions. Yeah, it is right. Now I'm again making a bit of change for this high volatility event. Budget reward preparations, budget day reward preparations. So you have to prepare. Um, तो कैसे बताऊं प्रिपरेशन के लिए? प्लेन लैंग्वेज में बोलूंगा, IV इक्वल टू इंश्योरेंस. ओके, बिफोर बजट योर इंश्योरेंस इज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, एंड द मोमेंट बजट ओवर योर इंश्योरेंस कोलैप्सेस, बिकॉज आपको तो पता है ना होने वाला क्या है, तो योर इंश्योरेंस कॉस्ट कोलैप्स. ओके, तो what is thing we can do between now and the budget speech starts? We can have a volatility strategy, vol strategies, which is predefined risk. Okay, And that
Okay.
one thing is here. You know what? I'll tell you the trick of the trade. The exit is time based, not the price based. So in run up to the
Okay.
budget, so if you're trading a vol strategy, volatility strategy, and that definitely is defined. Here the exit should be time based. It should not be premium based or price based. ठीक है, तो एक प्रिपरेशन की जब हम
Okay.
बजट तक कर रहे हैं या ड्यूरिंग द बजट इनिशियल फ्यू मिनट्स, ओके, budget day, just that intra hours or intraday period. Don't have to trade expectation. You can trade reactions. Okay. Uh, I mean, once the 15-20 minute passes, or say 30 minutes, smaller target, quicker exit, but you can trade reactions. Like market is giving. I mean, देखो ये बहुत difficult काम है क्योंकि follow through नहीं है. But reaction तो trade कर ही सकते हैं, है ना? And post budget, भी normalization के trade होते हैं. Uh, you know, सो आईवी नॉर्मल से बहुत सारे स्ट्रैटेजी अपने अपने मैंने देखा है इंडिया बुल्स के प्लेटफॉर्म पे है. तो पोस्ट बजट लाइक से बाय 12:31 goes and then there are plenty of strategies. Okay, of course Sunday, I don't know if the strategies are designed to run on Sunday. Possibly no, possibly yes, we'll have to see that. Okay, because the core strategies are not designed to run on weekends. Okay, so that maybe someone has to confirm from India. But they are also the budget over, IB normalization के trade करने होंगे. डायरेक्शनल ट्रेड भी ले सकते हैं, थोड़ा स्ट्रक्चर स्टेबलाइज हो जाए तो डायरेक्शनल ट्रेड भी ले सकते हैं. बट देखो हम अपन क्या बात करते हैं एक्सपायरी डे में कि एक्सपायरी डे में स्ट्राइक सिलेक्शन प्लेज द इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. यू हैव टू डू द सिंथेटिक एटीएम, नॉट द स्पॉट एटीएम. और यहाँ पर ना आपको स्ट्रक्चर सेट करना है. तो अभी हमको हम अभी मंडे आते हैं, अभी मंडे वी कम एंड talk about preparation for the expiry day. Here we will do the same preparation, but little different than expiry day. It is not the strike, it is the structure what we are trading. Okay, and again risk management, this is non-negotiable. कुछ भी हो जाए trade में risk management तो non-negotiable. So whatever a normal size, it's the event, big volatility event, so trade half. And there should be a hard stop loss at your overall trade. Like 10 trade लिया 5 में profit 5 में loss, but then there should be a hard stop loss. And मैंने किया है last election result day, and I have burnt my hand, revenge trade. I mean, no one knew कि that election day will have such extreme reaction of the market, and then next day there will be a follow through of that. I took some revenge trade, but then I was quick to realize कि capital protection is better than opportunity capturing. That budget day or election result day are those opportunities. So that day when I burned my hand, then I realized कि if I survive this kind of big days, I can trade the rest of the year. So देखो ठीक है, budget day है, अपना है. But another part of the story is कि if you survive budget day, you have capital protected for the rest of the year. So not to go all in. Okay. So एक बात और है यार अभिषेक, देखो if I am beginner, I'm trying to learn through different means coming to our platform. Sitting out is a professional decision. If you don't trade on the budget day, this is the broker platform. Broker makes money out of the budget or trade, but then I'll be more than happy, and I know you will be also happy with me if we recommend कि यार sitting out is a valid professional decision. It's not a डर गया करके, है ना? But then it is a valid decision.
Sometimes no trade is a good trade. Just keep and observe. Let your capital be protected and only get it.
Budget is an optional. Trading budget is an optional. आपका capital optional थोड़ी है.
हाँ, correct.
So basically, you don't get paid trading the event. I mean, yes, an event we get paid, but as an event, so बहुत high. I mean, anybody who is in market for more than 2 years, they know what happened on the Lok Sabha election result day. We had about 20%, 10% move in stock in minutes. Okay,
correct.
So you get paid trading well. Don't get paid for trading event to event. Okay, so basically, if I have to summarize the budget day in all, what do I say? Volatility is guaranteed.
Highly volatile.
And we talk about edge. Risk management is the real is that day. So we are not news anchor. We have to trade like a risk manager, not the news anchor.
हाँ,
let them react. Okay, so we can stay out of the news just because we don't want to react to those reactions, but then it is important to be aware of the budget happening. So again, if I have to put this line one more time, so trade like a risk manager rather than trading like an anchor. Okay, I know a lot of
got it.
us get influenced with this big name anchor, but yeah, so yeah, trade the budget, carefully, and then if not needed, sit outside. That's a professional decision. It's not that react. Okay,
Got it.
so this is overall what we are leading up to budget day, during the budget speech, post budget speech. Okay,
Got it.
next day is a much better opportunity because during the budget is an hour speech. Then they issue all those documentation by evening, and a lot of things misunderstood during the day, and then we react negatively. Those clarity comes overnight, or sometimes they say, okay, we'll review in the they pass this through the many houses, right? Two houses. So those things get clarified by the last night, when before the next morning market open. So if there is a negative news, just wait for some time. Who knows? You get a more clarity on the when the document will get issued to the public website. So इसमें you see the past uh, previous 10 budget, I'm sure about 10 to 15 percent of the VIX has increased in the last 5 days. Okay, so anyway, we have a golden period where the VIX are very minimal. So I mean, अगर हम 12 की VIX पे भी आते हैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं, ठीक है, चलो, this is
हाँ.
all right. So Akansha, back to you. What are the questions we have from our viewers?
Sir,
Yes,
before we move on to viewers, I would like to get to know
yes,
answers to
please,
some
Abhishek.
things.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to understand what are your expectations, or what do you think, which sectors might be in focus on budget that might be responsible for heavy movement in Nifty on that day?
Yeah, दो चीज है. एक तो I mean it's a fact. I'm not doing some speculation. इतने सारे न्यूज प्लांट होते हैं ना कि we realize the reality during the budget time. अभी से लेके बजट तक you will get news, एसटीटी जा रहा है, ये जा रहा है, तो हम
Correct,
and then
correct.
we create a position
Trading
as
पे
well.
टैक्स हट रहा है.
हाँ हाँ, तो एक तो कि वो पूरा I'll be brainwashed by news and then all the article and the paper and opinion. So I have had enough of all these things done. So I go them. I'll trade the price rather than expect tax cut or a GST cut. Okay.
But considering the economy, इंडिया की इकोनॉमी जिस लाइन में है, लाइक जिस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है, I think banking and financial should be a big focus. PSUs over PSU banks, and over the time we have seen PSUs have been performing very well. So do you think PSUs पे थोड़ा और focus होगा गवर्नमेंट का?
I don't want to comment on the sectors or things, but then again, Abhishek, इकोनॉमी पे तो बोल ही सकते हैं rather than sector. ये आप अपना ओपिनियन किससे बना रहे हो, किस सुन के बना रहे हो? If you hear one set of ideology of people, it is doing good, 8% GDP. If you hear the other side, so there are enough problems. So अपना काम
bias. It is a personal bias, right? It is a personal bias. That is why I wanted to clarify it with you. What are your opinions on this?
So
or do you see
we as a trader, let's trade the price that day, reaction that day, and once the whole hangama is out, let's see what good bets we can take at the personal level, right? But I don't think anything. I mean, you see, just 2 days back we had a new car launch. In first 4 hour booking, nothing wrong in the country, everything is going good. Just last week only, everything is good here.
Okay.
So let's see.
Yes, Abhishek, you have more
also, sir. Also,
yes, please.
Yes, I do actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Please.
Also, sir, कितने दिन पहले से ऐसे? हाँ, please. ऐसे कितने
मुझे
दिन पहले से ऐसे हमको वॉलेटिलिटी एक्सपेक्ट करनी चाहिए
पाँच
मार्केट में आनी
पाँच
चालू
दिन
हो
पहले
जाएगी,
से
लाइक
IPO
वी
बढ़ना चालू हो
शुड
जाता है।
स्टार्ट इंक्रीजिंग?
5 दिन 3 से 5 दिन पहले IPO बढ़ना चालू हो जाता है। 5 सेशन
तो यू
बोलूंगा।
मीन दिस फ्राइडे से?
या
Okay, okay, okay. So do you think it is safer to create positions before the volatility kicks in, या फिर volatility थोड़ी kick in होने के बाद
Yeah,
हमको
but
देखना चाहिए
spoken
कैसी
about
position
on this,
दिख रही है?
so I have just spoken about that during the budget or just running up to the budget. We can trade volatility strategies, but then your exit is time based, should not be a price based or option premium based. So you can create a strategy
Got it.
in run up to the budget or to deal on out of that volatility, but then exit should be different than your regular exit.
Got it.
तो कोमल जी मैंने आपका आंसर कर दिया है। उदेश जी हर हर एक्सपायरी को आते हैं हमारे एस्टिमेट में, सिग्निफिकेंट डिजिटल मार्केट प्राइसिंग एंड हाउ शुड फैक्टर दैट इन। आई थिंक उदेश जी मैंने ये क्वेश्चन भी अटेंड कर लिया कि देयर आर सो मच ऑफ न्यूज़ प्लान्ड ओवर द रन अप टू द बजट कि यार आप एक बायस हो जाते हो, सम टाइम यू टेक पोजीशंस। आप मैंने अभी तक खैर जस्ट इन प्री कोरोना एरिया टाइम we all used to do a lot of chit chat expectation to the budget, and then we all realize right कि हर साल टैक्स कट हो ही रहा था, हर साल टैक्स रिजीम चेंज हो ही रहा था, कुछ नहीं हुआ। तो क्यों करना?
सर वो इतना धीरे धीरे over the time we have seen people, new people have started participating in the market, right? New generation has come up with big volumes and participation.
But when new generation have come up with I don't know the volume, but I can tell you, yeah, they come up with the very creative strategies. Okay.
Correct.
So, and they are not like so. See, if you go back early 2000, people used to hold a stock for so long, काफी long, huh? Then
Decades.
comes our decades. Then
Generation.
comes our era of option trading. We used to trade structures like iron 5 and all, keep adjusting for the full month, monthly expiry. Then comes the weekly expiry. Now these guys trade hour and minutes. So things are evolving. HFTs though they trade in nanosecond or MS. So every diversified strategy is having a different approach, and then they are able to survive within that. ये क्वेश्चन था when volatility is high, is it better to trade directions? यार okay, during the budget directions is very difficult. Pre-budget you can trade risk defined directions, but during the budget it's very difficult to trade directions. तो I mean इस टाइप के सवाल मन में हो प्रवीण भाई तो आप बाहर बैठ जाओ, it's a valid professional decision.
करेक्ट। सर अभी ये आप थोड़ी देर पहले टैक्स की बात करी थी, तो पिछले साल बजट 2025 में हमारा न्यू टैक्स लैब आया था, तो इस साल आपको टैक्स पेयर्स के लिए क्या चेंज आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, कुछ बता सकते हैं?
ये आई एम नॉट एक्सपर्ट ऑन द टैक्स, मैं खुद ही सीए को बोलता हूँ कर दो मेरा ये काम.
Okay.
But then yeah, we as a general human being we all expect less tax outgo, तो उम्मीद करते हैं थोड़ी कम टैक्स देनी पड़ेगी.
करेक्ट.
One more thing I wanted to know, sir, considering इस बार का बजट संडे को है, do you think हर बार जितनी वॉलेटिलिटी हमको एक्सपेक्ट करनी चाहिए कंसिडरिंग दूसरी कंट्रीज में जहाँ पे इंस्टीट्यूशंस है अपनी डेस्क लगाते हैं, राइट? वो तो छुट्टी पे होंगे, देयर माइट बी अ नॉर्मल संडे फॉर देम. सो डू यू एंड ऑल्सो ओवर द मतलब ओवर द पास्ट 2.5 years हम देख रहे हैं इंस्टीट्यूशंस अपना पैसा निकाले जा रहे हैं इंडिया से, राइट? सो कहीं ये परसेप्शन भी बन रखा है कि इंस्टीट्यूशनल एक्टिविटी या फिर बड़े इंस्टीट्यूशंस ने इंडिया की ग्रोथ स्टोरी में थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस कम हो गया है उनका. तो डू यू थिंक इतनी वॉल्यूम या वॉलेटिलिटी हमको एक्सपेक्ट करनी चाहिए संडे को?
देयर ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रेटजी, बट देन ये वॉल्यूम कम होगा, ये सब मशीन है भैया, वो एल्गोस रहेंगे. डू यू थिंक दैट स्पीड ह्यूमन कैन ट्रेड?
नो, ऑफ कोर्स नॉट.
तो मशीन ही ट्रेड कर रहा है ना, तो उसके संडे और दिन के 3 बजे और रात के 2 बजे क्या असर पड़ता है, तो कर ही लेगा. एक चीज है कि there are enough discussion कि should the market be open and all. I'll tell you now that we have social media, so we are doing a lot of discussions about market be open on budget or not. In pre-social media era, and this is for new viewers who just joined trading or thing, we had a Hurricane Katrina in US. Okay, it was on the Gulf of Mexico, and I remember it was Friday night. Saturday, NYMEX was open to trade our commodity. So they believe in the price discovery. हाँ, I mean, if you go do some, आप तो chat GPT ये करोगे तो मिल ही जाएगा. तो फ्राइडे नाइट को लैंडफॉल हुआ कटरीना का, भयंकर तबाही हुआ था अक्रॉस द कोस्ट इन द यूएस. सैटरडे नाइमेक्स वाज ओपन टू ट्रेड कमोडिटी, क्रूड ऑयल प्राइस डिस्कवरी. ओके, तो उस समय तो सोशल मीडिया नहीं था, हम भी बस ट्रेड ही कर रहे थे उसके साथ, क्योंकि हम सोशल मीडिया पर रो नहीं सकते थे. So it's all about price discovery. You know what? It is good that we are open. Say there is a negative news about a sector, you might hit the worst rate at the opening next morning. Whatever happened in the live, you can just volatility trades and gets over. If you are not trading real-time price discovery, next morning you can either get open gap up or gap down. Upper circuit or lower circuit. That is worse. I mean, in the scenarios, upper circuit भी कुछ लोग wipe out हो जाएंगे, lower circuit भी हो जाएंगे. तो real time में you have option to exit the strategy or trade which you are not in favorable. So good price discovery होना चाहिए real time में. Though there is no, I mean, it's a globally done. I mean, I don't know. I mean, definitely no. Akansha has a work to find that article and then shot an email to our viewer. What happened the following day of Hurricane Katrina. So, and I guess it was 2008 or 9 or 8. That time there was no social media. But then, yeah, NYMEX was open. I guess we are also open.
Okay, sir, definitely.
Yeah. So
Sure. Abhishek, you want to add something?
Nothing actually. I had my few doubts on the volatility, and considering Sunday hai, so let's hope
on your
range
this channel live. I don't know about the whole day we were live last budget on Indiabulls.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, we are. So we are also planning to do a webinar sort of on that day itself. तो वो हम करेंगे and हम हमारे channels पे भी उस चीज़ को update कर देंगे. And I guess we are done with the questions also over here. So yeah, yes. So thank you, Rajesh sir. Thank you, Abhishek, for enlightening our audience on how market behaves during budget days. हमारे ऑडियंस को बता दें कि ये ऐसा वेबिनार हम हर मंडे को लेके आते हैं जिसमें हम अलग अलग डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स के ऊपर बात करते हैं मार्केट से रिलेटेड. तो सारे वेबिनार्स के अपडेट के लिए हमारे चैनल्स जैसे यूट्यूब, इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, ट्विटर सबको फॉलो कीजिए. आपको वहाँ सारे अपडेट्स मिल जाएंगे. एंड थैंक यू एवरीवन once again for joining this session. And thank you both of you too for enlightening our audience, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, you guys.